Because if Andrew left Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot, then there was a plot to kill him. That's why it matters. If Andrew left Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot, there was a plot to kill Charlie Kirk, and Andrew knew about it. That's why it matters, in my opinion. It is evidence that that might have been the case and that they've been lying to us the entire time. That's why it matters. There's no other explanation I can think of short of Andrew was having an affair with somebody in Scottsdale that he would be sneaking into Scottsdale when he's supposed to be on the air on the Charlie Kirk show. And I'm sick and tired of the constant obfuscation and lies. And when we raise real questions like this, they ignore it. But when somebody says, you think Erica was buying a jumpsuit at Aloe? Oh my God, no. Of course she wasn't buying a jumpsuit at Aloe. I was buying the jumpsuit. Oh, that's when you choose to come in and answer it? That's when you choose to come in and answer the accusations? Are you serious? That's when you come in, is when someone thinks he was buying a crop top? But I do 3 shows accusing you of leaving Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot or banged or whatever happened to him, and you're just dead silent? In my opinion, accusing you. Because I can't think of a way to reconcile all these facts. Short of evil, I cannot find a way to reconcile all these facts. Now, maybe the answer is you were having an affair in Arizona. That's personal and private. I don't want to know about it. But I think you owe us an explanation. Because your phone magically came back on while your plane that you supposedly were on was 19,000 feet in the air. And why would it magically come back on if you had Wi-Fi through the duration of the flight? That doesn't make sense to me. Why did Marina Minas say you were on a flight at 2:05 p.m. Utah time when the flight you supposedly got on didn't leave until 3:30? That doesn't make sense to me either. You cannot reconcile these facts, Andrew. You can't dodge them. You can't run from them. Easy has been encouraging me for weeks to text Andrew and ask him, were you on that flight? I've resisted. I thought I already knew the answer because I can't reconcile it any other way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have finally gotten some answers. Andrew Kolvet's flight itinerary for September 10th has been released. So this is the timeline that Candace was presenting on her show to her audience. She says that at 12:37, Andrew Kolvet departs from Santa Barbara and heads to Scottsdale, Arizona. Then she says that at 1:42, Andrew Kolvet lands in Scottsdale and has the infamous tarmac hug with Erica Kirk. She then says that at 4:36, a plane does come in from Santa Barbara and lands in Provo, and she says that she believes that this is Andrew's wife because she states that they were traveling separately that day. This is a set of plane details and a timeline that Candace has given to her audience multiple times. I want you guys to pay attention to the bottom one there, the tail number, the plane description, and the plane that says Charlie's plane. Because in Candace's version and timeline of events, she says that Andrew Kolvet flew from Santa Barbara to Scottsdale, Arizona alone, where he then meets up with Erica for the infamous tarmac hug. And then they all get on Charlie's plane, Erica, Andrew, the whole TPUSA crew. And then from there, they all fly into Provo together. Let's look at what actually happened based off of Andrew's itinerary. Okay, guys, so this is the itinerary that was just released. As you can see at the top there, it says that this is a TPUSA VIP client. We have that this plane had 2 passengers on it, and you can clearly see that that is Andrew Kolvet and his wife, Caitlin. We also clearly see that this plane departs Santa Barbara, California at 2:30 p.m. Candace states that Andrew left Santa Barbara alone at 12:37 p.m. Clearly got that wrong. We also see that he arrives in Provo, Utah at 4:58 p.m. Candace states that the plane from Santa Barbara arrived at 4:36 p.m. and that this was carrying Andrew's wife by herself. We clearly know that she got this completely wrong. The time is wrong. The plane is wrong. Literally everything from top to bottom, this woman has gotten wrong. You can also clearly see the flight map down here at the bottom that this is a one-way single shot flight from Santa Barbara to Provo, Utah. There are no stops that take place in Scottsdale. So Candace Owens, Baron Coleman, every single person who is covering this from top to bottom, their information is entirely and completely wrong. From the arrival times, the departure times, the flights, literally this stop in Scottsdale that never existed and never happened. Saying that Andrew flew alone when he clearly flew with his wife. The fact that Andrew arrived behind everybody else where he then met up with them at the hospital. And yes, I'm sure he hugged everybody there, including Erica, with a crowd of witnesses. Any insinuation that Andrew Kolvet and Erica Kirk have had any type of romantic relationship is absolutely disgusting and diabolical, and it is based in absolute fiction. There is no proof or evidence to support anything that Candace, Barron, Ian Coleman, any of these individuals are giving you. If you have not woken up at this point, it is time to wake up and smell the coffee. They are lying to you. Wake up to the grift.